President of HighChi Energy Jewelry, and I want to talk to you about our latest upgrade, or our breakthrough in energy. As many of you know, we've had full-time research and development for the last 17 years. I have this little addiction called research and development, and amethyst, as many of you know, is also wonderful for addictions, but this kind of addiction, it doesn't seem to be helping too much. Anyway, so the latest one for us is very interesting. One of the things that we've discovered in our research is that even the most beautiful energy, if not properly balanced, turns the energy field into what is called oscillation. And in 1972, Wayne Cook, he's one of the energy greats, he was at Stanford University doing research, and he was able to show that oscillation is worse for you than radiation. And what we've discovered is that most of the man-made energies out there are actually oscillating because people don't know how to test. And that's why we have over 50 different measuring devices in our research facility. We use 8 just to balance the energy, 6 of which are found in the Great Pyramid. Now, what is so interesting is that because in the last, it's been since October 2012, we had this huge breakthrough in life force energy. And what we're experiencing right now is an enormous crisis of vitality on the planet. Just because people just don't have the energy to do, or just the energy to do what they really want to do to make their lives wonderful and just live their lives fully. And life force during the 1940s was measured at 1800, which is by this farmer and scientist Owen Leto. And he measured trees and plants and flowers and the water table and fruits and vegetables and people, and everybody measured out to be 1800, and he had a special pendulum he used to measure life force. Well, what he observed is after the Second World War, life force plummeted. And that coincided to when the chemical companies sold their chemical warfare, such as DDT, to the farmers. And then there was just this big drop in life force. Well, John Civitan, he's our Director of Research and Development, he has a fellowship at one of the universities in the Philippines, and he's been measuring life force over the last 4 years, and this is really how long we've been working on this project. And what he observed is that, interestingly enough, in the Philippines, on most of the water table, the land, the fruits, the vegetables, there's a negative life force count because of all the pollution and because of all the terrible toxins and that are being used, just to grow the vegetables and everything else. So what we discovered is that even a piece of fruit from Whole Foods has a life force count of 5. So we've gone from 1800 to 5. Well, we had a breakthrough. We thought 3 years ago we got our life force count up to 1200, but if you would eat something like sugar, which has a negative life force count, your life force would plummet again. Well, as of October 2012, we were at 5,000 and holding. And we're using life force to drive the rest of our energy fields. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of energy. It's actually an art form to design really beautiful energy fields. Anyway, I've designed over 50 different energy fields, which John has tested every single one of them, and they are all impeccable, pristine, and we're using life force to drive them. So you check into all our energy fields. We have energy fields for, attracting true love. We've got energy fields for life force. We have Tibetan prayer flag, which is this beautiful billowing energy. We have intuition. Our intuition energy field is off the charts. We have just almost anything you can think of. And if there are any that you want, you can ask me. I can probably design that for you as well. And send me in your information and, of course, all your requests, because I love designing energy. It is so much fun. And one last thing, life force is the magician's energy. And we have now entered the age of the magician from the age of science. And historically, magicians or sorcerers or people that practice magic, they use life force to essentially, it's a carrying wave, so it goes directly to source. So what they would have to do is they would have to sacrifice an animal, not because they needed the sacrifice, but they needed the life force of the animal. Well, we now have life force at 5,000, so important to get very clear what are your intentions and what are your desires, and use that energy to ask for what you want. Ask and you shall receive.